The FIA delay revealing which teams have complied with last year's budget of $145 million with penalties possible for those who haven't. Christian Horner insists he is absolutely confident in Red Bull's submission as the team face a nervious wait to discover if they have broken Formula One cost cap rules. The FIA was set to reveal on Wednesday which teams have complied with last term's budget of $145 million, but an announcement confirmed that the report won't be released until Monday, a day after the Japanese Grand Prix. The FIA said, "The analysis of financial submissions is a long and complex process that is ongoing and will be concluded to enable the release of the certificates on Monday, October 10th. In the build-up to Sunday's Singapore Grand Prix, which was won by Red Bull's Sergio Perez, the team faced unproven claims that they went beyond that figure, possibly by more than 5%, which would equate to more than $7.25 million, but Red Bull denied the accusations. While Mark Webber believes that the rivalry between Toto Wolff and Christian Horner is popping back up again, as speculation continues about potential breaches of Formula One's budget cap. The Mercedes and Red Bull team principals regularly clashed during the 2021 season throughout a closely fought title rival between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. The Drivers' Championship was eventually won in contentious circumstances by Red Bull's Verstappen, with the ill feeling between Wolff and Horner coming to a head during the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix after the controversial intervention of former race director Michael Masi. Relations between the pair and the two teams have been rather more cordial this season, with Verstappen cruising to a second consecutive crown and Mercedes largely uncompetitive, but rumors that Red Bull may have breached the 2021 budget cap have inflamed tensions. Wolff suggested ahead of the Singapore Grand Prix that it was well known that Red Bull were being investigated over a breach, leading Horner to threaten legal action after what he described as a completely unfounded allegation. Then Red Bull team principal Christian Horner has accused rival boss Toto Wolff of hugely defamatory, fictitious claims and threatened legal action against Mercedes. In a fiery and tense press conference on Saturday, Horner insisted he is absolutely confident Red Bull did not overspend as Max Verstappen beat Lewis Hamilton to last year's controversial championship. Horner also suggested the accusations that Red Bull broke F1's budget cap have been planted to take the spotlight away from Verstappen, who could claim his second title in as many seasons on Sunday. On Friday, Wolff demanded Formula One's governing FIA takes robust action if Red Bull have broken the rules. Ferrari have also complained publicly. Responding, Horner said, "We were a little bit taken aback by the comments from our two rival teams. The submissions between the team and the FIA is confidential, and I have no idea what the outcome of our rival's submission is, so I would be intrigued to know where their source of information for these fictitious claims has come from." He also added, "They are hugely defamatory, and one can only assume that it is not a coincidence that this comes at a point where Max has his first strike at a world championship. We are here talking about cost caps rather than the phenomenal performance Max has had this year. It is an underhand tactic employed to detract from perhaps a lack of performance on track from our rivals." While Max Verstappen failed to claim his second world title in Singapore last weekend, his seventh-placed finish still means he is in prime position to wrap up the championship at the Japanese Grand Prix. Only Ferrari driver Charles Leclerc and Verstappen's Red Bull teammate Sergio Perez are still in a position to dethrone the reigning champion, with 5 races of the season remaining, with Mercedes' George Russell being eliminated from contention after failing to score points in Singapore. The 25-year-old has a 104-point lead to Charles Leclerc at the top of the driver's standings, with only the Ferrari man and Red Bull teammate Sergio Perez 106 points behind, able to mathematically stop the Dutchman. With the 2021 cost cap saga being delayed to after this weekend's Grand Prix, focus turns to action on track. Here's what Verstappen needs this weekend to wrap up a dominant title as F1 returns to Suzuka. Verstappen has won 11 races out of 17 this season and leads second-placed Leclerc by 104 points heading to Japan, the first of the 5 remaining races. There are a possible 138 points available until the end of the season, 5 race wins at 25 points each, a fastest lap point at each, and 8 points for the sprint race winner in Sao Paulo. However, the clock ticked past midnight in Japan, where drivers and teams are gearing up for the Japanese Grand Prix this weekend, By Monday, Max Verstappen could be a two-time world champion. He will claim the 2022 Drivers' Championship if he wins and sets the fastest lap at Suzuka. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please leave thumbs up and make sure you click the subscribe button. See you in the next video. Bye.